Alright, looks like we are live. Let me just double check. Looking decent. There we are. Okay. Love it. Welcome back, everybody. It is another Sunday night. We are here. We are GeoGuessing. We are 36 countries deep at this moment. Pretty decent. Pretty decent, you know. We've done better. We've done worse. So, I'm excited. Christopher Like's already in the chat saying hello, GeoPimp Masters and Ewan. Happy Sunday night, everybody. Happy Sunday night indeed. Christopher Like. AM saying Ewan. I messed up reading that because it's Ewan and then you, which just kind of ran together in my brain. Ewan, you, sir, are an American hero. Thank you, AM. Love the support, as always. Let's get rolling here. I don't think we actually need to move. So we've got a Ukrainian flag painted here on this bus stop, and then a Soviet-looking tram. This is actually, in Russian, you would call that a trolleybus. Trolleybus? Ignore my accent, but that's how you say it in Russian. It's like trolleybus, I think. No, well, no, I know that's correct. It's the accent that's really, really off. Ukrainian plate, we're good. W Dig saying, yo, we are so back. We are indeed so back, W Dig. We love it. I love how my face lit up green there when we got that right. All right, Ireland to the UK, yellow plate. I mean white plate. Very clearly not yellow. We keep going. Barna Recycling. I have no idea what Barna is, or where Barna is. So let's. We pretty much need to find these cars right here. This is Ireland. W Dig saying looking Irish. Agreed. It's the white plates front and back. Therefore, it's Ireland. I realized we had no other evidence. It was just very clearly it had the Irish UK vibe. .co.uk right here. United Kingdom. There we go. Loving it. This is New Zealand. See, I'm gonna say that, and then I'm gonna sound like an idiot when something I think I'm right. Let's meander here real quick. I think so. Let's use our brains here. All right, the signs are facing left-hand drive, which leans in the direction of my New Zealand guess. If we come further down here, we will see English. It's left-hand drive. It's almost 100% New Zealand. Like, all right, I don't know what that says. That's not. We can ignore that. We're gonna keep going, and we'll see English. Exactly, W Dig. Waiting for a Maori word. It's gonna pop out and jump scare us. Also, fun thing this week, new webcam. So the lighting looks a little different, but it is actually higher quality. Oh wait, hold on. Let's move me. Ooh. Let's move me down here a bit. I don't know if it's updating that in real time for you, but there we go. I think that looks cleaner than some of the control panel being in the view. Basically, because it's higher quality on the streaming software, it made the box bigger, so I had to resize the box. And so the box isn't where it normally is, so I had to kind of manually do that. But higher quality, so exciting. The lighting, it definitely makes the room look whiter than the other camera, which is interesting because the room doesn't normally look this way. I would say the other camera is more accurate to what the room actually looks like. Yeah, Iltired saying looks better, no halo. Yeah, that's basically, it's really funny. It was about 10 minutes ago. I turned this on, and the halo was insane. I think there was a smudge in front of the camera, so I wiped it away, and it just made the halo ridiculous. So I was like, okay, what's the fix here? And I remembered I had this webcam. So I pulled it out, set it up, and yeah, looks nice. Yeah, and specifically Iltired does say looks better. So I like that. We're always trying to upgrade on this stream. Yeah, here we go. English. Christopher likes saying you do look bright. Yeah, it is a little. I think it could be better. I'm not. It's change. I don't like change. I do see English here. Let's go up this road. It just looks different. That's all. It looks better, but it looks different, and the different I'm having a hard time with. But I like the yeah. Look, NZ Crown. This is New Zealand. Any objections to that? I like how far we've come with this stream because it's. Oh wait, my phone is not on Do Not Disturb, which it usually is for this. Let me do that as well. W Dick saying New Zealand send. Let's do it. Awesome. Because it's when this stream first started, it was. I think I had a fairly inconsistent setup at the start. Because I was just playing around with stuff all the time. And then it was literally just like, now I have this microphone, we have the fancy webcam, we have a proper. This looks so much better than ignoring the thing in the corner. That's the return supplies for the old air conditioning unit. I'm never here, so it's just like it keeps getting put off. That's why it's over. Ignoring that, that's normally not there. It's just such a better space. It's so nice. It's such. Yeah. Kat's is saying we can see Ewannaw's room better now. Let me drop this microphone back down. I don't like it that high. See, we've come leaps and bounds from what this stream used to be. You should just be like on the little laptop, everything. I used to sit on my bicycle desk. I don't even remember. Oh, it was so the light wouldn't hit me, or so the light would hit me from the front, not from behind. It was to combat the halo effect. Look where we are now. This looks like an actual YouTuber setup. Again, minus the trash. Okay. I can't say this is what I was expecting, and I didn't think it would just launch us right into here. These look like Polish signs. But usually these Polish signs have the name of the... Yeah, this is Poland. Any objections? I just think it's nice every now and then really think about how far you've come. You know, the little itty-bitty things like, oh, new webcam that's with better resolution. It's like, yeah, that's whatever, but think about all the changes that the stream has gone through. Think about just, wow, this is great. Yeah, this is London. Like, there's 1,000 reasons for it to be London here. Macedonian flag's a bit of a red herring, but we don't really, like, we don't, I think we got this. Alright. UK. Christopher likes saying next upgrade will be a TV studio style room. I thought about that. I like this though. I'm a minimalist. This is gonna be the Netherlands, isn't it? Yeah, that's quite a word. Let's just be a little more confident in that. The thing, yeah, I'm a minimalist, so I like it like this. You can't really see what the desk looks like from my perspective, but it's just very nice, simple. I also don't want to live in a TV studio style room because it's not a big room. I'm sure you all remember when I threw the rubber duck at the wall. It took like a half second to get to the other side of the room. It's like a me and a half wide, and I'm like basically 6 foot, so it's like 9 feet. Yeah, these are Dutch plates. So I'm confident Netherlands here. Does anyone object to that? Cat saying just trying to stay warm inside my room. It's freezing here today. Is it actually freezing, like below 0 Celsius, or just very cold? Because that's crazy. Just thinking about the distance. It was like 80 degrees here today. It was hot. Unpleasantly hot. Okay, yep. Yep, W Dig saying Netherlands send, let's do it. Okay, yep, Cat saying it was below 0 this morning. That's crazy. Wow. Dude, I literally got sunburned today. That is actually insane. So I assume it's gonna... When does it get warm again? Over there. EU plate. Yeah, exactly. WTake. It was like 85 here today. It was at the Bronx Zoo in like an athletic hoodie. But like a thin athletic hoodie. The entire idea is just so that it covers the body so that I don't get burnt. Still, my legs got a little cooked. But that's just the duality of our experiences today. Warmer on Wednesday, but next weekend we might get some snow. That's horrible. I'm sorry to hear that. It's... Oh, hold on. Technical issue. There we go. I agree with you, Christopher. Like, I'd rather have the freeze than the heat, but the extremes on either end are not pleasant. I would love it to be like 65 degrees right now. That would be perfect. We had a day of that last week, and it was amazing. It was last Thursday. Was just wonderful. It was 60s all day. I don't remember what I did, but it was wonderful. I remember what I did. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. I went for a nice long walk. It was so nice. Yeah, okay, I can't saying I hate the freeze since I can't go outside. That's fair. I mean, conversely, that's how it felt. Hold on. I think that says Ulica. I can't see though. No. Is that... So this is Cyrillic, but I don't think it's Russian. Branko? I don't know. I would agree with you there, Cats. I'm thinking Bulgaria vibes as well. Oh yeah, EU plates too, so it wouldn't be Russian. But I feel like with the extreme heat too, you can't go outside either. Actually, no, I'm going to disagree with my own statement there. Yeah, Cat's saying, yep, exactly. The car earlier had EU plates. No, you can go outside, it's just extremely uncomfortable, but the winter going outside is... Yeah, that's much harder. Yeah, I take back my statement. Oh, really feeling Bulgaria here. So EU plates. I'm doing the mental gymnastics here. There's a lot of places this could be, but it's Bulgarian vibes, as Kat said. Ooh. Yeah, people just chilling. Exactly, Cats. It could also be Serbia or North Macedonia. It doesn't feel North Macedonian. Oh, this would be helpful if we could read it. Is that an S? That's interesting. There's no S in... Yeah, I don't know what to do with that, basically. Oh, wait, this is dual script. No, that's just Latin script. This is... Why is that so confusing? Why do I have a hard time recognizing that this is... Yeah, Kat's saying that's not Cyrillic. I realized it just took me a minute. I don't know why that was so hard for me to grasp. that I'm reading the alphabet that I natively speak and the only one I spoke as of... Or that I natively read and the only one that I read as of 6 months ago. Big brain. So, dual script, which we pretty much already knew, because we have European plates, and there's nowhere with European plates, and Cyrillic that doesn't also use Latin. So that's not really helpful. Ooh, this could be... No, nothing helpful here. Let me fuel up real quick. I got hungry like half an hour before the stream started. I was like, oh no. I could power through it, which I could do for about an hour. But the second hour, I'd just be sitting here on the verge of death, just complaining about how hungry I am. This feels more like... No, I'm not going to pretend I know what Macedonian looks like. How do we distinguish Bulgaria from... What is that currency there? Can't tell. So in Bulgaria, I know it's the lev. That's the currency. I don't know the other two. El Tired asking, could it even be Serbia? It could be, and I'm honestly starting to lean that way. Yeah. Yeah, W-Dig saying, I feel like Bulgaria would have more Cyrillic. Christopher Like saying might be Serbia. I'm starting to lean that. Because this just looks Serbian. Miloplana, like that feels Serbian. Yeah, Katz is saying W-Dig might be correct. Bulgaria has more Cyrillic. Yeah. Alright, so I like that we're... There we go, Republic of Srpska. Right here. We got it. Yeah, Il Tired saying those D's were interesting on the sign with the line through it. I honestly chose to ignore that because I didn't know what to do with them. I had no idea what they meant, so I was like, I'm not going to focus time on that. So this is... That's in English. Let's really quickly look at where the steering wheel is in this car. Left-hand drive. Left-hand drive, English, Africa. Only like 10 possible options. Oh. There are times I really need to not open my mouth. I could sound so much more intelligent if I just thought things through sometimes. Ahmedabad. Can't say I know where that is. There it is. India. Yep, Cat's saying India. I think we go for it here. Yep, Cat's saying Ahmedabad. Let me make sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ahmed Adab. Okay, I think I actually got it correct. Is in India. Yep. Il Tired saying Pakistan. Nah, that was in India. That was an India round. Ahmedabad. It's just a lot of not even a lot of consonants. It's pretty much the same amount of consonants as it is vowels. Maybe I'm just bad at reading. I will say, I don't know if I've said this on here yet, but taking Russian and learning Cyrillic has messed me up for words that I do not recognize. Because, I mean, this is German. Well, I didn't actually read that sign. I just looked at it. I didn't actually process the words. Okay. Just German. What was I saying? Yeah, words I don't recognize. My brain kind of flips around between Latin and Cyrillic when I try reading. So I was doing an eye exam. I feel like I've mentioned this, but I really don't know. I was doing an eye exam. I'm like, okay, what letters are these? Like, what letters do you see? And there's like a P, which in Russian makes an R sound. So I'm like, I'm like fumbling through it because I'm getting confused. And it's, yeah. There was one day, it was a few weeks ago, I was waiting for the R train. And it pulls up in New York. The front of the trains always say, they have like, it's in glowing red. It says R. And I saw it and I was like, ah, yes, the Ya train. Because R is flipped kind of vertically in Russian. So it's a backwards R. And that makes the Ya sound. And I saw the R and was like, ah, the Ya train. So I was like, that was so mind-bogglingly dumb of me. It's kind of funny though. I don't mind it because it shows that I am learning and it's in my brain. It just hasn't separated itself from other knowledge yet. Yeah, Kat saying, I'm sure you can distinguish through more practice. Exactly, and you can at the point where I don't have to sound things out as much. It's fun. I really felt myself break through a threshold with it this past week. Yep, still more German. German. Let's look at the highway signs here. So what are the Austrian ones compared to the German ones? These look like German highway signs as opposed to Austrian. Yeah, almost certainly. Because in Germany they have these ones here. It's that same, it's the yellow square or rectangle with numbers that go up to 3 digits. We don't have that in Austria. If it goes up to 3 digits, it's blue. Is that enough? I'm pretty confident, but I don't know if that's enough. Leaker, Touristic, Lion City. Hold on. Of course, the bus is gone. What does this say over here? For something. Westfalen. That's Germany. Any objections? I think we're good. Let's read these signs over here. Yeah, I think we're good. Fuel up. Yep. Awesome. Everyone seems to be on the same page. Yay! I love these ones. Suns to the north. What? Who saw that coming? Alright. Well, let's get moving. Anyone do anything fun this week? We're about to set off on this road trip here. Ooh, wait, what side of the road are we on? Almost certainly left, but I want to try to look at the truck. Come on. We saw the truck a minute ago. Okay, right-hand drive. That's interesting. Arabic right-hand drive. This is Senegal. Yeah, there's a rift as well. This is Senegal. Yeah, Cat Sing Senegal. El Tired Sing. Wait. Yep, there's French up here. I'm very confident that this is Senegal. Do people agree with this? El Tired Sing was in Buffalo for a wedding, then did a Niagara wine tour. That sounds sick. I didn't know there were wine tours in Niagara. That must have been a blast. Yeah, quality. Yeah. This is Senegal. Anyone not agree here? Cat saying nope, just chugging along through normal life and saving money for my next trip. Awesome. Love to hear that. Yeah, and Cat saying Senegal, question mark. We're not allowed to know your next trip yet, are we? If I remember correctly. We get to find out when we find out. I'm trying to book 2 trips from now soon. Ideally this week. I just need to get myself on board with it. Because there are a number of hesitations I have with it. So we will see what I end up doing. I'll probably end up doing it. Cat saying, well, we did chat about me trying to go to Moldova. Yeah, this is Senegal. Yep. Moldova mentioned. I'm back. Ill-tired laughing. Okay. Number of scripts there. But I do remember there being a trip you were gonna go on. You wouldn't tell us what Bank of Ceylon. This is Sri Lanka. Oh, wait, there's a flag. Oh yeah, literally right there. Okay. Well, let's do it. Awesome. Okay. Oh boy, random Europe. This is Slovenia. 100% this is Slovenia. Oh, okay. Okay, Kat's saying that was my trip for my birthday next year. You'll just find out where I am by then. Gotcha, okay. Well, looking forward to that. It's, I'm so feeling that this is Slovenia. W. Dick saying this is one of those where we go for 10 minutes. Yeah, exactly. For 10 minutes is an understatement. Or an underestimate to check Slovenia versus Croatia. 100% what this is. Someone just needs to learn Croatian. Can I task one of you with that? Would someone like to volunteer to learn Croatian? Just the basics. Like, you don't need to get good at it. Just enough that you can recognize it. Maybe I'll do that. I started trying to learn Arabic script for a trip I'm trying to do. And then I did it like twice on Duolingo and have forgotten. So. Okay, Katz is saying W. Dig and I might know some already. Do you know this? ZG, I assume that's road or street. W. Dig saying that, yeah, exactly, the differences are so minor. Okay, Madfoot, some houses in Croatia look broken at the side for tax loophole. That's helpful. That is extremely helpful. Thank you. Yeah, I assume it's the, like, it's technically unfinished, so you don't pay taxes on it. Hona. That's a word to learn. If we find out that that is the word in Croatian and not Slovenian, then we now know anytime we see a speed limit and it says Hona, or I have no idea how that C should be pronounced. Anytime it looks like that, we'll know. Really shouldn't be just guessing pronunciations of foreign languages. I feel like we don't leave the town, but at the same time the town didn't give us anything. Okay, W. Dick's saying it's like Sona. Okay. Thank you, that's helpful. Okay. Okay. We can work with this. Where's the river that's in here? What river is that? Okay, Christopher likes saying Slovenia. Where is it? This river? I don't think so. No. Is it this No. Oh, sign is in German and Italian as well. Good catch, W. Dig. Okay, Katz is saying there's a river that goes through Ljubljana. Yeah, it seems to be more east-west, though. Unless it's up here. This looks like it. No, slightly off. Alright, do we want to do Slovenia? No, exactly, W-Dig. Too many small villages. They don't make it easy. I'm really trying to... I'm looking at the provincial outlines here, rather than looking for a river. Like that might make it... Why are there so many provinces? This makes no sense. This is infuriating. There's no way your government needs to be broken down to this extent. Christopher Like is saying bright green is a Slovenian national color, I think, too. Is it really? I've never heard of that. Do we want to do it? Just to, I think we're good. It would help to check Croatia too, just for the sake of it. Nope, too many highways. Good point, W-Dig. Maybe near the Austrian-Italian border. Does the Slovenian national team really wear bright green? I'm going to Google that after this. Alright, we're doing it. When it paused, the heart attack I just had. Okay. Bright green, Slovenia. Symbol of nature, and Slovenia is known to be rich in it. Oh, Ljubljana was the European green capital in 2016. Refers to the country's abundant forests and the emerald green rivers. Interesting. Very good to know. Okay. Now, translate. Slovenian to Croatian. It's different. There we go. So, now we know. If we see a speed limit sign, it's a Z in Croatian and a C in Slovenian. See him behind in the chat of it. W. Dixon throwback the 2010 World Cup where they tied the U.S. I think that's a good result for that team. They were nothing crazy. Is it really just remote control repair? That's the entirety of their business? Repair your remote control here. Yep, that's the entirety of their business. That's interesting. And then I see Freezite has joined in. What's up, pimps? I'm here eating grapes like a Roman emperor. Love that for you. Oh, this is actually a grape protein shake. Because I bought a bunch of grapes to make for breakfast over the weekend. That's what I normally do. And then I went to Dunkin' both days. Because I was lazy. And I had to eat breakfast quickly and didn't have time to make it and sit down and eat a whole thing of oatmeal. And I think this is Uruguay. And I'm going to be made to look like an idiot in a second when that's not the case. Kutska. Yeah, that's the Uruguayan bus, right? Kutska? Am I insane? Cat saying, hi, Freezite. I should be eating something. I'm getting hungry. I mean, it's dinner time for you. You should be eating right now. Freezite saying you and the real Dawn of the Midtown Manhattan. Or all of Manhattan. I could take the whole island. You know? It's, Christopher Lexan was literally eating a grape a few minutes ago, Freezite. Cat's saying, yeah, just freezing in my room. Speaking of the World Cup, just check the ticket prices. They're way too expensive for me. Oh, no. What are they? It's it. WD, yeah, literally, Cat's World Cup ticket prices are stressing me out. And Freezite saying, I'm here for my apology due to last week's lobster incident. Freezite's lobster shack is closed for the season. Okay. So Freezite did send photo evidence of eating a lobster in the Discord after last week's stream. However, there was no evidence that that lobster was in the carry-on from the Boston flight. So, I don't know if an apology is warranted. I'm so confident that this is Uruguay. Cat saying, WDig, I kind of want to see the final, but seeing the ticket prices, my dreams got shattered. Yeah. World Cup final tickets. FIFA defends World Cup prices. Great. That is, yeah, as high as, okay, no, go back. Register for your ticket interest. I guess I'll do that. Okay, how many yeah, one. Let's do one. Cool. This is insane. This is actually insane. What's, how do we filter it? Minimum 12K. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. And WDig saying, yeah, I want to go see the final, final's never going to happen even though I live 30 minutes from MetLife, which is ridiculous. You host a World Cup final, the people living in the area should be able to go and attend the game. It makes no sense to me. Just ridiculous. Well, oh no, it does make sense to me because it's how you make money. Like, I get that. But it's still, I hate it. This is Uruguay. How can I prove this is Uruguay? I know it's Uruguay. Not a lobster, lobsters. I didn't see any photo proof of that. I just saw photo proof of lobsters. I could go get a lobster right now. Maybe not right now. I could go get a lobster tomorrow and say I took it on a 3-week cruise. And then take a picture of it afterwards. There's no evidence of it in the carry-on. Cat saying, WDig, if there's a group stage on a weekend, I might go on a trip to NYC and just watch that one instead of the final. Yeah, I think that's the strategy. Just go to an unimportant game. Just to have experience going to the World Cup. Final's a lost cause. 100%. I remember having that conversation with myself of what would I be willing to pay. Don't even need to have that conversation anyway. Yep, .uy right here. Yeah, Freezite sense what I'm dealing with here. The slander. WDig saying it's given the Super Bowl. Yeah, where it's just celebs and not fans who can afford to go. Rory Shea saying let's go. Let's go indeed, Rory Shea. Freezite, I hope you can cheer up with the knowledge that we are here in your spiritual home of Uruguay. Oh yeah, there are games in Vancouver. I forget that it's not all in one place. Duh. Totally, okay. Actually, because this is the same word in Irish Gaelic and Scottish Gaelic, so I want to just probably a lot of words that are the same, but I just get a weird UK vibe on this. Let's take a second here. Take a quick second. It's going to be Ireland. Yeah, yeah. Okay, there it is. I just really wanted to check. All right. Good with Ireland? Awesome. Awesome. All right, I do need to catch up in the chat real quick. Yeah, 20K for a seat behind the goal. That is insane. Okay, Cats, it makes sense. Kind of want to go to a new city. Honestly, I think Mexico would be great. I would love to go to one of the Mexico games. Yeah, Arturo Hernandez saying pocket change. Freezite, I'm not sure what you're getting at here. Trying to give me an L, but a hug instead. That's very noble of you. But, yep. Ireland, Uruguay, boo boo boo. Edmonton didn't get a game. Cat saying Edmonton isn't a nice city to visit. If only Calgary had a big soccer stadium. Yeah, Calgary has they get a decent sized Canadian football stadium, right? Like once every 5 years, I'll remember that Canadian football exists, and I'll go. You know, when you get into a Wikipedia deep dive, I'll do a Canadian football Wikipedia deep dive like once every 5 years, and then you see how massive some of the stadiums are out in the plains. It's ridiculous. But Madfoot saying that's my country, Ireland. Big shout out for Madfoot. What animal is that? I can't even tell. Okay, it's a horse. Nobody make fun of me for that. Freezite saying I'm a gentleman, if anything else, not a slandering scoundrel. No, I never claimed you were a slandering scoundrel, Freezite. WDig saying our public transit is not ready to handle the crowds yet. New Jersey Transit is not ready for that. I'm not ready for the tourists. I'm going to lose my mind. It's already horrible trying to walk down like 5th Avenue or 6th Avenue, Midtown. It's like a show. Walking down those avenues is like being punked. That's how I feel sometimes, because it's like no way so many people are lack social awareness to this extent. It's insane. I hate it. Yeah, New Jersey Transit's gonna break. Cat's saying Freezite's a classy gentleman. I agree. But yeah, I fully agree, Cat. Somewhere in Europe. Madfoot saying this is Hungary or Romania with the whole poles and white chalk look at the end. Alright, that is super helpful. Thank you for that. Luckily, with it being... Wait, what's this sign? With it being Hungary or Romania, those are very easy to... Okay, ignoring that. Well, we wouldn't want to leave town, would we? Luckily, those two languages are very... not only distinguishable from each other, but distinguishable from most other languages. So, if we can just see... That's... Of the two, that's Romanian. Yeah. Yeah, Cat's saying this might be Romania. This should be... That was a Romance language back there. So, it's not Hungary for sure. Everyone's out and about. Yeah. Yeah, Cat's saying looks from it. Here we go. Well, that made it easy. Romania. For 2 seconds there, I remembered Moldova existed and then remembered that it didn't have coverage. I had a very brief, like, oh my god, moment right there. This is Hong Kong. Anyone object? Yep. WDig saying yep. I was going to defend that statement, but I couldn't really think of how to. So, I'm glad somebody agreed before I tried to come up with something. Oman? Trying to think. Those aren't Oman. Oh. That could be an ambassador residence. I'm not trusting that. What's this, though? Grit Consulting of a... Awesome. Not helpful. If only I had remembered to keep learning Arabic script on Duolingo. I could have told everybody what that said. Darn. Is that another flag? Seeing Qatari flags. Well, they're Qatari or Bahraini, and I don't know the difference really. They're two very similar flags. Okay, WDIG is calling them Bahraini flags. This is the Qatar School of Science and Technology for boys. So I think this is Qatar. Yeah, okay, so that's probably the Qatari flag and not the Bahraini flag. Let's do Qatar. WDIG saying, never mind, I got clocked. No, you're good, you're good. We got it. Got it. We're doing well. I feel like I shouldn't say that. I feel like that's starting to prelude messing up. This is the Netherlands. Not the Netherlands. Denmark, sorry. Danish and Dutch get confused in my head. Yeah, WDIG saying Denmark. Oh, here we go. Maybe not. Yeah, I think this is Sweden. Yeah, WDIG saying might be Sweden. Check for ribbon flags. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to be one on this poll. Should be helpful. Oh, wait. Swedish. Why is it? Hey guys. Why is it? Why? There's no land border. Is there somewhere where there's a land border that I'm unaware of? With the Swedish and Danish flags right here. Yeah, exactly, WDIG. They don't have a land border though. Christopher likes saying Denmark. But the words, the letters that were used there were Swedish. Yeah, Figomara, that's Swedish. But that's odd. Yeah. Okay, so Christopher Leck is saying you're near Copenhagen. Madfoot saying you can get a train underwater to Sweden. Yeah, and I know they have the bridge, but it's a big bridge, and not that bridge. So it's kind of confusing. So, Christopher Leck saying we're near Copenhagen, just looking around. The letters are Swedish, though, and no one's flying their ribbon flag. Christianople. I don't know where that is. Why does no one have the ribbon flag? Everyone has flag poles with no flag. Is this no man's land? WDIG saying I vote Southern Sweden. I also... There we go, finally. Is that a Swedish one? I see the yellow, but it looks Ukrainian. I think that's a Ukrainian one. Guys, I think that's a Ukrainian one. I don't think that's Swedish. They were being punked. We're literally being punked. That's Ukrainian. Sammy Marco's joined in. Good evening, Vietnam. Good evening, Sammy Marco. We're getting punked right now, Sammy Marco. I recommend rewinding about 3 minutes, playing it on double speed so you get a little bit of a context here. Okay, there's another ribbon flag out in the distance. Oh, Iltire pointing out it is technically morning in Hanoi. That's also Ukrainian, by the way. What's happening? Why is this happening? We've never seen that before, ever. Why are these all of a sudden Ukrainian? What is happening? What? This is infuriating. This has got to be Sweden. Yeah, WD's saying this is definitely Sweden. Let's do a vote. We're gonna do Sweden too soon. Yes, we'll do Sweden and too soon. Okay. Oh, WD saying those flags are the Swedish version of the ribbon. Gotcha. I could swear we've seen it with the proper Swedish flag, though. But, okay. We've got enough votes for Sweden that I feel comfortable. There we go. Yeah. Enough votes to where, if we get it wrong, I don't feel that it's my fault. Democracy happened. And we can all just blame each other. Okay. It did look did look like a vote came in for too soon, but you were too late voting. So, oof. Yeah, okay. Semi Marco saying the yellow signs look Sweden, Finland. My eye is so itchy right now. Ooh. So in terms of oh, this is Albanian. Yeah, Cat saying Albania. Skyrift? Nope. Yep, Cat saying Albania, WDig saying Albania, let's do Albania. Nice. Okay. This looks like a cool bridge. I just want to take this bridge. Yeah, Iltire, the fleur-de-lis, but it wasn't French or Quebec. I feel like it's just a popular symbol. So there's a railway here. I think... You know what? I don't want to open my mouth. Just in case I'm wrong. I don't want to say something stupid. It would have been stupid. Yep, I would have been wrong. This is Indonesia, I would want to say. There's ID, underscore ID, ID. The signs are oriented for left-hand drive. Sammy Marco quoting me on that. I don't want to say something stupid. I would have been wrong. The thing I was thinking was wrong. Yeah, Cat saying Indonesia. Anyone object to that? Fuel up. Look. Grape protein shake. Alright, let's do it. Apparently grape's a weird fruit to use for these. I have gotten made fun of for it. But I think it tastes great. I've got some Spanish here. Freezite donating $5. Thank you so much, Freezite. Really appreciate it. Boycotting till the slander is over. Freezite's lobster shack is remedied. Hashtag never forget the lies. Ewan, embrace your L. It misses you. Big ups to all but Ewan. Big ups to you, Freezite. I'll be the bigger man here and give you a big up. Even though you won't give me a big up. I'll be the bigger man. Just know that. Okay, there was Spanish back there. Sammy Marco saying, I have 8 a.m.s and a career fair tomorrow. I have 8 a.m.s and a career fair tomorrow. Gonna be busy. Yeah, that's rough. 8 a.m.s are not the move. Nightmare. Best of luck, Sammy Marco. That's a thing with a crown on it. This is just Spain. This is Spain. Cat saying good luck, Sammy. Drew saying Ewan has never been the bigger man in his life. Don't believe him. I don't... ask yourselves here real quick. Who do you believe in any situation? Me or the Belarusian guy who jumps into the chat and says weird things. Just think. Who may be the more reputable source of information? Freezite's saying right. Well, you lied, man. Freezite's saying so Blair. And Iltard saying, Drew, I found a new hotel in Minsk you can work at. That did look really cool. Wait. Praia. Praia's Portuguese. Praia's Portuguese. Praia's Portuguese. That's not good. Praia means beach in Portuguese. But I saw words that I thought were Spanish. That looks like the Portuguese coat of arms. Oh my goodness. I almost sunk the ship. Yep, Freezite saying Portuguese for beach. Sammy is the dawn of VT Transit. Big ups, Drew. Yeah, W Dig saying Drew's brave enough to come in today after the Eagles' performance. Very brave. Very brave. Broncos, Drew, really? Broncos? You're going to lose to them? How disgraceful. See, we at least lost to an undefeated team last week. And then beat a 3-1 team today. So, I don't know. Okay, so everyone's saying Portugal here. Iltard saying wait. Okay, so that's a really, really, really good point, Iltard. Could this be Galicia? It could be. That's very smart. Yeah, Galicia has gotten us before. Alright. Let's hold off for a second. Let's hold off. Let's do some real, or some more looking. That's not Portuguese, is it? That E. Hold on. What's this? I can't tell. Okay, lookout. There's a Spanish flag up here. This is horrible. This peninsula with all the different languages. It's so confusing. I hate it. I hate it so much. Cat saying it may have said Galicia on the gray bin. Oh, let's go back. You're right. It says it down there. You're so right. It's Spain. Anyone object to that? Absolutely amazing catch, cats. Unbelievable catch. Okay. Catching up. Madfoot asking, Freeza, are you old enough to have watched Hleb? Apparently, Hleb was a Belarusian player for Arsenal, a bit at Barcelona. No, the Belarus thing is Drew used to always join in and just guess Belarus, like every guess. So now Drew's Belarusian. That's where the joke has gone. But all right, Spain. That was a roller coaster. Yeah, Madfoot saying, I get it now. Okay. Again, catching up. Sammy Marcos saying the refs are playing for the Broncos. Christopher Like saying, how about them Carolina Panthers? Did the Carolina Panthers? I have no idea what the Carolina Panthers are doing, if I'm so honest. I could not name a single player on the Carolina Panthers. Drew said, yeah, there's a receiver 10 yards away, so we're going to say it's not intentional grounding. Oh, thank you, Drew. What a wonderful contribution to this. Letting us know this looks mighty Belarusian. Thank you. Thank you. Wasn't sure. Okay, yeah, and there's Freezite saying I'm not Belarusian. That's true. Sammy Marco saying my roommate brought 5 of his friends over and they're being loud in the other room. Gotta love that on a Sunday night, right? 9 p.m. Okay, Srillik. Rushnift. That's what that says. What's that say? Poas. Yeah, whatever. Drew saying Mike McDaniel got fired at least 4 times during the Carolina-Miami game. That's really funny. Oh. Well, that's easy. Russia? Any objections? Yeah, Cats. I would agree that your eyes are sharp. It's always Cats who catches, like, wait, go back to that sign. And it's like the tiniest thing in the bottom corner says the exact address of where we are. It's always something like that. All right, let's do Russia. Yep, Cat's saying Russia. Semi Marco saying sadly the Cowboys won. I honestly found that so funny last week when the entire stream, Christopher was like, Cowboys are losing. Cowboys are losing. Yeah, we love it when the Cowboys lose. Then the Cowboys tied. That gave me a chuckle when I saw that. It's looking like the UK or Ireland. I didn't check those cars' plates. Those are British plates. This is the UK. Yep. W. Dig saying looks like the UK. Freeze saying Cats is the real Dawn of lens crafters. That one's good. I'll give you that one. Yeah, Cat saying UK. True, Christopher at least they didn't win. It's very fair. Drew saying I hope Jerry Jones lives forever so the Cowboys never win anything significant ever again. El Tired, I don't understand Luxati Cats. Should I understand that? I don't get it. Alright, let's do the United Kingdom here. Any objections? Going once. Going twice. Sold. Ah, yes. Okay. Sterling. Fun fact. The old video where I did the cycling trip here in Perthshire, and I met that other American. We both were like the did not finishes. He was mouthing off at dinner the other night because we've become friends here in New York. And he's convinced that he can beat me in a bicycle race. So we've set a date in January. That's a Swiss flag. This is Switzerland. Yeah, this is the most Swiss looking thing I've ever seen. We go with Switzerland. But yeah, we've set a date for January for a bike race. I don't remember the amount of money we put on it, but it'll be from the George Washington Bridge to the New York-New Jersey state line. We're going to see who the fastest cyclist is. Me, who cycles somewhat regularly and has a bicycle in the city, or him, who hasn't cycled in months and does not have a bicycle here in New York. Who will win? So, I might make that a video. I think it could be fun. W-Dig, not the Tour de Bergen County. We good with Switzerland, though? Cat saying I don't even wear glasses. That's why he's the Don. Christopher saying Drew's on my level with the Cowboys thing, because of course he is. It's Drew's Eagles. Drew wants to visit Dallas just so he can pee on Cowboy Stadium. Like, that's his entire reasoning for that. I'm not familiar with this kind of stop sign. I don't want to go that way. It's blurry. Aaliyah Restaurant. Oh, here we go. Uruguay. Going once. Going twice. Just joking. I see W Dig saw Qatar on the sign. Where did you see that? Sammy Marco saying what in all caps? Freezite saying send Uruguay. Sammy Marco saying that's not Uruguay. Okay, going back to the start. W Dig. Big Qatar flag. Okay, I'll honestly just take your word for it. There we go. Al Montevideo. That's a good one, Sammy Marco. Drew saying, also, my sister slept in a parking garage somewhere in New York last night, Ewan. Why did she do that? I feel like I know why she did that. Is he in New York right now? I don't know. Drew's sister has like a shrine to Harry Styles. Greenland flag. There we go. Oh, it's Lewis Tomlinson? Okay. I still gotta catch up, by the way. So, yeah, Rory Shea saying go Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. They do have that, that show on Amazon Prime that I've not seen. Okay, Luxottica is the parent company of a bunch of glasses companies. Now that makes sense. Drew gets baby blood transfused every week. He's basically Dracula. You can't do his ego like that. You can't let him think that. Freezite saying, I bet he can beat you in a lobster shack face-off. Who can ride from Bayonne to Boston? I feel like neither of us would finish that. I feel like we'd both die. Or just get too injured. I'm so injury prone. Oh, amazing news. So the ankle injury that I sustained in the Montreal video, I get the results from the MRI tomorrow. How exciting is that? Mount Pleasant and Brantford. This is the US or Canada. Kilometers an hour. This is Canada. Anyone object? Okay, catching up. Boo, 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 boo. Read that. Yup. Yeah, Madfoot saying Greenlander, if it officially counts as Denmark. It is Denmark in this, yeah. Freezite is asking, is Drew's sister a hired assassin? I would hope not. Yep, Sammy Marco saying, okay, yep. Christopher, like, Sammy Marco and Katz have all heard of Brantford. So let's do it. Okay, it's a Netflix show, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders one. Okay, Spanish. But donde? Let's see. No say. That's it. Freezite saying the other guy seems unbeatable. The other guy's very beatable. We actually all made fun of him. It was like 7 of us all having dinner together. We all ganged up on him and told him he was an idiot. Because another guy wants to get in on it too. So it's going to be at least a 3-person race. The other guy also has a racing bike here in the city and actively rides it. So he's getting smoked. It's just how, it's just as simple as that. W Dick saying you an injury watch. It's constant. There's no need to watch it. It's just constant. Wait, I'm an idiot. I literally. This is Panama. Anyone object to Panama? Yeah, Panama flags. Drew said. Blah, 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 blah. I can't form words. Tired saying not sold though. I'm kind of sold here. It looks like Panama. It has Panamanian flags. This is, trust me, I have PTSD to this country. This looks like the nightmares that I have. I think we're good. Yeah, Christopher likes saying Panama it is. Let's do it. Love it. Okay. Oh, a field. I've been wanting a field. I've been really hoping to get a field in the middle of nowhere this game. Glad we finally got that. Okay. Yeah, exactly, W. Dick. Trust the trauma. And Drew saying the Vinoy seawall. Haste to see you incoming. Yeah. He's referring to the scar that I've shown before on my hand. And slipping and falling into the bay. Love that. Exactly, Cats. I don't think Central American countries want to put up flags of their neighboring country. Iltard saying, I thought I'd seen a volcano in the distance. Was thinking Costa Rica or Guatemala. There were hills, I think, but I definitely wasn't a volcano. But Panama is a very hilly place. That was what was part of what doomed the what did they even call it? I don't remember what they called it, but it was the failed Scottish colony at the Darien, which is hilarious to think of, because it's just of all the places they could have tried to colonize, it's the place that even now in 2025 is considered impassable, and it's too rough of terrain for us to do anything with it in 2025, and that's where they happened to try to colonize. I just think it's so funny. It's like, of course that's what happened. Couldn't have gone somewhere easy. And then they ran out of money. And now they're athletes. Play for Team Great Britain in the Olympics. That is the most significant that's the most significant outcome from that. Nothing else relevant happened. This is like Croatian, Slovenian. Christopher likes saying you should see videos of the Panamanian and Colombian military in action around the Darien Gap. I remember we were talking about the Darien about a year ago, and I think it was you, Christopher, like, who sent the video of Bald and Bankrupt going through the Darien. It was a really good video, but that was crazy. Oh, okay, Cat's saying Czech or Slovak, not Croatian. You think? Yeah, exactly, Cats. It's too rainy and swampy. Just any way they could have picked. It's so funny. It cracks me up. Gosh. Well, I see this sign coming up here. What are we gonna get? Lukov Milikovis. I don't know either of those places. Does anyone else? Lukov. No. I feel Czech. I'm feeling Czech. Oh, okay. I thought that was a tank for a second. Yeah, Cat's saying there might be small villages. They almost definitely are just small villages. But we're going to go to one of them and see what's up. Here we are. Oh. You're kidding me. Alright, this is where I need Katz's eagle eye. Christopher Lex saying Central Czech. W Dig saying the tank jump scare. Yeah, I genuinely thought it was a tank. Okay, so wait, where's CR? Oh, I see it. CR. Yep. Nice. Ooh. Terrifyingly close to the border. Okay. Interesting. I think I know. I think I know because I think I've been here. I know what lake this is, but I don't want to say it out loud because you're all going to make jokes if I say it out loud. But I'm pretty sure it's this lake. I am so confident in that. Is that a donkey? Drew's saying, say it. You won't. Exactly, I won't. I said I won't. Because you're all going to make fun of it. You're going to be like, haha. Yep. This is 100%. 100%. 100%. It's like the classic Peruvian bowler hat. This is Peru. Is that... Wait, that's west. Okay, this might be Bolivia. It's one of the two. We are 100% where I think we are. I just don't know which side of the lake we're on. Well... This is actually kind of challenging. Because I don't know where around the lake we are. If it's... kind of here... It really opens up there to the northwest. So we could be... around here. Which is in Bolivia. Huh. So, how do we figure out which one it is? I know where in the world we are. I just don't know which side of the border we're on. This is extremely frustrating. I feel like that's more important than getting the country. I know where we are. I hate this. Just gonna have to drive until we get to the border. And then I'll show you all the exact spot where they were like, no, you can't come into Bolivia. That's Peruvian colors right there. Okay. Can work with this. That says Puno right there, I think. Yes. That says District of somewhere, Puno. Puno's on the Peruvian side. Yeah, let's do it. Or, no, because if it's looking northwest, it doesn't... I don't like this. Katz is saying I would love to visit this one day. It's a cool area. I really enjoyed coming here. Like, I stayed in Puno. It was cool. There was one night. We're walking by the Plaza Mayor de Puno, and there was this big indigenous dance going on. I don't remember what it was for. It just randomly, and it was awesome. Christopher likes saying I need more confirmation. But the thing is, so if it's, I guess, yeah, northwest. No, yeah. Looks out. Yeah, okay, we're doing it. Got it. Yeah. Whew. That was terrifying. But yeah, apparently there's these hotels out on these islands. So, I know we considered this, but didn't want to be stuck on an island. We needed things. So, hotels. Yeah. There's all these ones here. So, let's look for... That's a homestay. There was a proper, like, crazy... That's Puno, right? So where were the... Or was it a boat? No. It wasn't that. Am I insane? there was this really fancy place out on one of these islands. I guess I'm insane. What's this? This is nice. This is very nice. I doubt it's the place given the price that was there, but okay, this is Greenland again. Any objections to that? Any objections to that? Yeah, Toro saying nice. W Dig asking what's the altitude up there. It's bad. It took some time to adjust to, because the altiplano is already so high. Here, I don't remember if I put this in the video or not. Or wait, highest cities in the world. I think I got sidetracked. I'll do this every... Yeah, there's Puno. What's that? 7th? No, 6th. 6th highest city in the world. I was going to put that in the video. I really don't remember if I did. Yeah, Bogota's high too. It's like parts of Colombia, then Ecuador, Peru. They're all incredibly high up. Ooh. Let's go this way. That's a fun throwback, though. It's like every now and then I remember a really random video. That one comes up all the time because of GeoGuessr, but every now and then there's like a random video that I forgot I ever made. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that time I went to XYZ place. That was really random. And then I'll forget about it again for like 10 months. Read these. I don't know the political... I think this is Mexico. I'm going to get embarrassed when it's not. But North American plates, front and back. I think this is Mexico. Yeah, Toro's saying this is Mexico. W Dig saying insane how that's multiple miles above sea level. No, I know. And there's just a lake up there. It's crazy. A lake of that size, too. Just feeling Mexico. We get the cactus. We get these things. I've only ever seen these things in Mexican restaurants. I didn't think they actually put them up in Mexico. Toro's pointing out the octagonal poles. I think we do Mexico. Is our Mexico specialist online right now? Does our Mexico specialist want to weigh in? Tecate. Beer meta. Love Tecate. Discovered that in Spain. It was like, this is amazing. It was this, yeah, Christopher likes saying Tecate, Mexico. Let's just do it. Discovered Tecate at a pizza place in Ibiza. We'd go to the same pizza place every day and get whole pizzas with Tecate. It was awesome. It was like a blue cheese pizza. It was amazing. Best pizza place I've ever been to. I could find it if I tried. DR? Maybe? I can't read that. Oh, Taxi San Juan. This is Puerto Rico. Oh, wait. No, people are saying Colombia. These aren't Colombian plates, though. Metro Gold. That doesn't seem like it's Puerto Rico. Yeah, Cat's pointing up the San Juan. Christopher likes saying Colombia. There's a Colombian plate. These are Colombian plates. Okay. I'm on board now. There we go. Ooh, very close to Venezuela. Like right there. Okay, Toro. Thank you. Commercial plates in Colombia are white. It was I noticed a couple cars that I assumed were private with white plates, so I was just thrown there. Ooh, Freezite saying, is anyone seeing the full moon? Wow, amazing. No. No, I can't see the sky. from this window. It's kind of depressing. But then it's like, oh no, I have to go outside if I want to. Oh no, I have to go outside. Darn. You know, whatever. Ooh, Iltired saying I did see Northern Lights over Lake Ontario last week. That's amazing. And alarming that they're that far south. But yeah, it's a good point, Christopher. Like, Colombian taxis are so distinguishable. Can't wait to ride in one next month. It's gonna be so much fun. I have to get Colombian money. Great. I've gotten weird looks when I've tried to exchange money multiple times this year. When I was living in Florida, I went to my local bank and was like, can I please exchange $200 US to, West African francs, please? And they were like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Okay, Toro's saying German bollards. Okay, good to know. And then I went to a place at the mall. It was like this currency exchange kiosk at the mall, and I was like, CFA francs, please. And they were like, we have never heard of that. Nobody has ever asked for that. And then I went to my bank here in New York. Yep, German. Anyone object to that? But yeah, .de, good with that. And then I went to my bank here in New York and was like, can I have $100 in Kazakh money, $200 in Kyrgyzstan money, and $200 in Uzbeki money? And they were like, no, you can't. Get lost. Yeah, Iltired saying just go to the ATM on arrival. That's what we did. That's what we ended up doing. But it was just funny. Semi Marco asking, you think a random back in Tampa has West African francs? I've gone there for Peruvian soles, so I figured I might as well try it. Let's do Germany. The kiosk they have at JFK is actually pretty solid too. That's where I got my CFA francs from. Polish flag. And it's just Polish everywhere. This is Poland. Anyone disagree with that? Iltired saying they even have a few debit cards that reimburse fees even after ATM fees abroad. That's really cool. I need one of those. Sammy Marco asking if they have Cuban money. I don't even know the Cuban currency. CUC. I have no idea. Probably not. If I were a betting man, I would guess no. But you never know. Even in Istanbul airport, actually, I tried trading in some of my money. They wouldn't take Uzbek or Kyrgyz, but they did take Kazakh. So that was fun. Oh, okay, Cuba has one currency for locals and a different one for tourists. It's weird. That is weird. How do you regulate that? I guess in my brain it just doesn't work because of this is Italian. But this could be going anywhere. Oh wait, it was so funny. I met an Italian yesterday and spoke in Spanish, and everyone was like, "Whoa, you know Italian?" I was like, "No, that was literally Spanish." It was so funny. I said one word in Italian, and then I just switched to Spanish. And nobody noticed. Okay, I thought those were horses. They're people on bicycles. Yeah, that's got to be an awesome feeling. You're out bicycle touring and the Street View car comes past you. Like, absolute. This is... If this ever happens to me, this is this will be the channel's... The photo for the channel for the until I die. Like, that will be the... That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, Toro saying Argentina road lines. Okay, well that would be why that would be why it was an Italian city name with Spanish words. That's why I thought of that, because it looked like Spanish. That would make a whole lot of sense for this to be Argentina. Sammy Marcos saying, wait, Cuba. Okay, they got rid of the tourist money. Let me check for Argentine plates the next time we see a non-commercial vehicle. That's a General Mercosur plate, which likely means this is Argentina. Sammy Marco asking, wait, where'd you meet an Italian? Just out and about. It's New York. Meet people. Always somebody doing something. And I'm somebody doing things. Wait. Yeah, Mercosur plate again. I think we're pretty solid that this is Argentina. Freezite saying, fun fact, the main train station in Zurich, the post office there carries 200 different currencies, even obscure African ones. That's awesome. See, I love that. I hold on to every currency I get when I travel and put them in little bags and then store them away. I take the money out of circulation. I'm helping ease inflation in all of these countries. But it's always like 30 cents worth of that currency. So this is Argentina. We good with that? Wanderer saying, I went to Cuba when they still had tourist money, but I was visiting a friend who gave me the cash. I'm pretty sure everything was priced differently too. It was weird. That is really odd. But I get maybe it just seems odd because we're not used to it. Maybe it could be a totally rational system. Drew saying Ewan is a Floridian. We talk to everyone. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You just out and about. You just start talking to people. I was my friend and I were arguing yesterday about Shakespeare, and I got so annoyed that I bugged the table next to us. I was like, "Can you please tell him he's an idiot?" You just talk to people. But yeah. I guess the context for that is Sammy. I don't remember reading Sammy Marco's comment of, I thought New Yorkers don't talk to strangers. Some do. I feel like a lot of the times you're just like annoyed with people in the street. Yeah, this is an Argentine plate. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Christopher likes saying, I met a Ukrainian in my store the other day. Best West. Yeah. Toro making a very good point. Transplants do. Yeah, transplant. Amsterdam right here. Anyone objects to the Netherlands? Yeah, Kat saying, yeah, I have a bunch of foreign currencies with me still because I can't exchange them anymore. Exactly. Sometimes you just can't. You can't find somewhere. ¿Dónde estamos? That's Japanese. These are Japanese. This is Japan. Anyone object to Japan? But, let me see, going through. Drew says Shakespeare's a hack. Classic Drew says, okay, Drew saying wrote 2 good plays. Which 2 play? Yeah, Wanderer just asked as well. Which 2 plays, Drew? I'm a high school English teacher. So is Drew. That's the funny part. You get 2 high school English teachers here. Alright, Japan. Semi Marcus saying, I meet people from like 50 countries working at Target and Chipotle. Even in Italian, I gave him directions in Spanish to another store. See? And that's hilarious. You were using Spanish to talk to an Italian. It's so funny. What's it? Yeah, I feel like when I worked retail, I met a lot of Russians for some reason. I'd never met Russians anywhere else except the store I worked at in high school. It was so random. But it is so funny that you... Oh, here we go. Toro saying New Zealand. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, .New Zealand right here. Let's do it. Alright, Drew is saying Hamlet and Midsummer. The rest are terrible. 0 out of 10. Iltired saying Macbeth and Twelfth Night are my favorites. I think Hamlet's what we were arguing about. It was Hamlet or Macbeth? I don't remember. the weekend flies by. Sun to the north. This is Argentina. Okay, Drew saying King Lear and Julius Caesar are okay too. Wonder saying, haha, Hamlet is okay. I hate teaching it though. What sucks about teaching it? Out of curiosity. Yeah, yep. Exactly, Toro. I agree. Back in Argentina. You know what? Let's just do it. Anyone disagree with that? Anyone disagree? Sammy Marco saying, met a few Russians or Ukrainians, many Germans, few Brits, a Finnish person at Target and Chipotle, 2 cute Czech girls that were surprised I knew a few phrases in Czech, which was cool. Knowing some Czech is kind of wild. That's no one's going to expect that one. Cat saying, please no YOLO. It's not a YOLO, though. The sun's to the north. Okay. I'm getting scolded. John Wilkes saying, I'm silver 3, so maybe don't listen to me. I honestly have no idea what the rankings in this are. Oh, wait. Yeah, El Tide saying unclick, too. Don't worry, I did. I unclicked. If there's Spanish on here, you all owe me an apology. That's an Argentinian plate. That is an Argentinian plate. I won't YOLO. But I will say, that is without a shadow of a doubt an Argentine plate. 100%. 100%. I have the Megamind. We're forgetting this. Can I do it? WDig saying trust the vibes for sure. WDig loves YOLOing, so I'm less inclined to be. Toro saying send. Okay, yep. Got it. See? Trust the Megamind. Okay, what's this gonna say? Budapest. I'm assuming this is Budapest, Hungary. Any objections to that? Drew is Megamind if he was Florida. Drew saying I hated teaching Macbeth more than anything I've ever done. W. Dick saying woo enabling. Oh, John Wilkes saying I thought we were driving on the left. Oh, woo. That was a burp. Oh. Ooh. Freezite saying I thought we didn't do apologies here. I don't remember announcing that, but if I've announced that, then I guess we can go. Everything I say is recorded, I guess, so I can't contradict myself. I will just believe that we don't do apologies here. Oh, BKK is Bangkok. Interesting. Freezite saying I love the new memes. What new memes? Are there new memes? I feel like the no YOLOing thing has been a thing. It's on, but everyone's just getting more mad at me for it now because I've done a few stupids recently. All right, that's Norwegian right there. Yeah, W Dig saying, wait, why am I getting Sammy vibes? I think we're in Norway. Yep, Toro saying should be Norway. Sammy Marco saying you've YOLO'd a yacht. I have not YOLO'd a single time today. There's YOLOing. There is YOLOing, and I have not done that at all today. Cat saying, I see that one's. No, even the. Cat saying we're still having PTSD when you YOLO it was Senegal when it was Oman. It was Senegal. They just had the wrong imagery. They had it synced up poorly. It was Senegal in the imagery, but the game had it set to Oman, which was incorrect. It was actually Senegal. That one's the game's fault. That one wasn't even me. That's yeah. Norway, right. W Dig saying we need a YOLO fail supercut. Wait, that would be so funny. That would be so funny. I've said this before. I want to make some edits from the stream. The only problem is that when I think about priorities, it's editing the actual videos and not doing this. Oh wait, I wanted to show this. Where is it? On the next video, I'm at the round where I watch it over and see what edits need to be made. So it filled up a page, but they're short edits. So eventually, woo! WDig saying, wait, how many are in the queue? I don't know. I don't know, if I'm honest with you. Let's think. Okay, Norway. Let's think. Argentina is next. Then Senegal. Then Central Asia, which might honestly be like 4 videos. Then the Philippines. There won't be a video from Argentina next month. Trying to do Lebanon in January. So that one, I'm not going to count videos that don't exist yet. So that's the queue. WD saying Australia. Semi Marco also saying Australia. It's right-hand drive, though. I think this is Canada. What do you mean? WD. Oh, Australia. Oh, yeah! I totally forgot I went to Australia. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, you all caught that and I didn't, and I was the one who went there. Freezette saying I'm going to be 10 years dead when Senegal comes out. Maybe. Yeah, thanks for the reminder, guys. I totally forgot about that. Hennifer Echo. Okay, Toro's saying Utah. I can get behind that. Semi Marcos, yes. Semi Marcos saying, how do you forget you went more than halfway around the world? I don't know. It's not top of mind. There's like 80,000 other things at the top of my priorities right now. I don't sleep well. I just have like nightmares. It's terrible. Having gone to Australia is not in like the things I'm remembering right now. Oh, it said 1 mile on the sign earlier. Okay, this is the US then. We good with that? Oh, beehive-shaped state road signs. That's brilliant. I didn't know they did that. I love that. But yeah, Drew's saying you better put a lot of ads in the Senegal video to make up for the money you lost there. Yeah. It wasn't too much. Definitely more than I intended to spend. Like a lot more than I intended to spend. But you live and you learn. Freezite saying more proof it was all AI. Yeah, Christopher Lake saying, how do you forget you went to Australia? Yeah. Boo boo boo, yep. Oh, okay, everyone's saying check. That was fast. Boom, okay. Love it. And we keep rolling. Let's read these signs up here. Simi Marco saying insane. You can do an insane trip to Oz and just not remember. I don't know. Alto do. This is Portuguese. Yeah, this is Portuguese. Toro saying Spain though. It's not. This is Brazil. No. Or put. I'm gonna stop talking. W. Dixon could be Galicia again. You are so right. It's so funny to me that this is literally. This is Iberia. There's a cow sign. This is Iberia. But I saw Portuguese and went, ah, yes, Brazil. Too funny. I love that. I love when you see Portuguese and it's just the Brazilian flag. Or English and it shows the US flag. That's my favorite thing. I love it. It's so funny. Like, I don't even care that I'm first gen. It's so funny. USA, baby. Christopher like saying Ewan getting inside his own head again. It's a confusing peninsula. Like, it's horrible. It's so confusing. I saw something earlier today. What was it earlier today? I saw, and I was like, is that Catalan? Because I was at the zoo. I was at the Bronx Zoo. I saw something. I was like, is that Catalan? Because it doesn't look like Spanish. I don't remember what the exact context was, though. Toro saying M with the tilde is Spanish. When it's on a vowel, it's Portuguese. Yes, but do isn't Spanish. Do is Portuguese. So given the mix, it's probably Galicia, which means it's likely Spain. So, oop, I clicked off the screen. Let's go back here and read this. Otamiron. Yeah, okay, more signs. And yeah, WDig, the starting O is Portuguese style, because also O means the in Portuguese. Kilometers, if anyone was wondering. It's not miles. Just in case anyone was curious. N525, that's actually super helpful. Yep. And are there En-roads in Portugal? Yes, but they're not the same logo. We're in Spain. Anyone disagree? Give you a second. Wow, it's really already 9:47. Do you think it's okay for this to sit out for the full 2 hours? This is like milk and yogurt. I don't know. Someone last week was trying to tell me that you can leave chicken out overnight, like unrefrigerated, and it'd be fine in the morning. And again, a stranger got involved and was like, no, that's not true. Okay. Spain Orense on the map. Oh, yep, there it is. Nice. Yeah, exactly, W-Dick. That's definitely not true. India or Bangladesh. Well, let's look around. Yeah, it was, I'd gotten Chipotle before Russian class last week. I was chatting with my friend from class outside the building, like, before it started. This is the Bangladeshi flag right here. This is Bangladesh. Also, that's probably what that is here. Yep, Toro saying Bangladesh. Let's do it. Nice, Dhaka. Oh, yay! Okay, this is Mongolia. It's the Mongolia meta. We got it. Madfoot saying bangers. Bangers indeed. We're killing it. I didn't feel like having a debate on that one, so I just did it. That's not a YOLO. I knew it was Mongolia. I got it right, because I knew. But no, yeah, I was just eating Chipotle outside the classroom before it started. BR. Brazil. Sun will be to the north. Yes, it is. This is Brazil. Anyone object to that? I'll allow democracy this time. Yes, everyone's in favor. Nice. Cat saying we're getting close to doing 50 in one day. That's crazy. Man, yeah, that's actually crazy. And not even trying either. The other times you've done 50 is like, okay, speed run. John Wilk, you know this one? Want to chime in? Is that IT right there? Yes, with these names, these are the days of the week. This is Italian. 100%. Yep, Toro saying Italy. Yeah, today started at 36. That's crazy. We actually just did it being normal. Sammy Marco saying, so YOLO is when you don't know and you just pick something? More or less. It's when we have very little evidence. Nothing today, even if it was done quickly, was done without sufficient evidence. That's where I think the line is like the degree of evidence. And yeah, evidence. I'm not even going to say confidence, because I've been firmly 100% confident before, but not have evidence and been wrong. That I would call a YOLO. Evidence is not YOLOing. And we're at 50, and we've behaved in that manner today. Oh, yeah, John Wilkes saying I knew the Mongolian one. I have a delay for sure. Gotcha. I would offer some advice on how to fix that, but I truly have no idea. So I'm sorry. Freezite saying YOLO is life, keeps us alive. YOLO is life sometimes. YOLO is not life right now. We're in the 80s. We're not going to risk anything. We're just going to take it easy. Toro saying Os. I think you are right. Sun's kind of low on the horizon. But this seems like the really terrible Australian coverage we've gotten before. Ooh. Christopher Like saying U.S. men's national team U20 squad wins Group E in U20 World Cup in Chile. Awesome. If only they break into the senior team and actually do something. And our golden generation is even a stretch at this point. Like Belgium had a golden generation that didn't do anything, but they were genuinely amazing players. Our golden generation is just kind of like, you know? Yeah, exactly, W-Dig. Pro YOLO for the first 50. After that, it actually matters. Yep, Sammy Marco, exactly. When the 80s, vibes are up and music is good. I'd play some celebratory tunes if it wouldn't flag these for copyright. There's World Cup jersey leaks. We gotta look. U.S. men's national team World Cup. Oops. Jersey leaks. What am I about to spend $90 on? That's Spain. Oh, it's the other countries. Okay, for Argentina and Mexico. Japan's looks kind of fire. This looks cool. Wait, is that Mexico or Japan? I can't. Yeah, okay. This isn't a right now thing. That's not relevant. Spain's looks cool there. Okay, it was a leaked vid. Okay, yeah, World Cup qualifying comes back this week. Oh, man. What happened here? That's not good. Well, John Welk, I will also be refreshing then. So hopefully that helped for you. Oh, make Chrome faster. I think, okay, yeah, my computer is losing it. Oh, even on the streaming software glitched out there. That's crazy. I'm just putting off getting a new computer. This thing is really on its, maybe not its last legs, but like second to last legs. But yeah, Madfoot's saying Potch is a dusty manager. Potch is just, I was so excited when he joined, and I've just lost confidence entirely. Okay, Kat saying it fixed again. You're back. Awesome. Yeah, don't know what that was. That was weird. But no, I'll check out that Argentina-Mexico leaks vid. For sure. I did tell myself I was going to get the US jerseys that came out a few months ago, and then I just didn't. Because it's just, it's so depressing to watch them. It's like, Panama, a country the size of Orlando in terms of population. Nobody fact-checked that. That was a guess. It's definitely got more people than that. A country the size of Miami in terms of population. And it's like, yes, we're going to lose to them. It's like, what are we doing? It's just miserable. Yeah, Toro, I do completely agree with you. The coverage on Australia, like everything leans Australia, but we're too deep to do it without evidence. Like, hard evidence. Even we just see, if we see enough English, like, it's just not enough yet. We have done 50 in a day, though, which is insane. Without YOLOing. So I think that's an amazing job, team. We're not done yet. Hold up. What? The sign just says nothing. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Western Downs, WDBS, project access this way. I think this is fine. I think we do Australia. Anyone disagree? We have English now, which narrows things down a fair bit. We already thought it was Australia. I think we do it. Yeah, exactly, WDEC. I just want to know who's playing where for ticket reasons. I honestly don't care who I see. I like that it's random because you can get a really good... well, obviously not random, but I like that tickets release before who's playing. So that you might get lucky. You would get like Spain and Portugal for a bargain because you went to see them in Kansas City. I think it's awesome. Okay. Yeah, Kat saying you think this is Australia. Yeah, Madfoot saying it too. Awesome. Queensland. The Sunshine State. Fun fact. Alright, I see a poll up here. Oh no, it's just a cross. But Christopher Lex saying U.S. men's national team U20. One Group E on differential. 5 ahead of South Africa. Of course, South Africa, that's Dutch right there. South Africa, the titan of global football. I'm glad we were able to compete against such fierce competition. It makes sense that we only win on goal differential against them because they're such a strong national side. Okay, everyone's just saying Denmark. I don't know what you're seeing. Oh, I see it now. That's very small. All right, good catch. Wonderful catch. Madfoot saying they celebrated in front of Henry when they scored the winner with Henry. Who's Henry? Okay, Spanish. Carrefour. It says 4 months. So this is just... Need to read one of these. I think that says Girona over there. Or Cordoba. So, wait. Yeah, Argentina. Right? Hold up. Yeah, that's a Mercosur plate. We're good. I just realized what Drew said. That really took me a minute. Drew said... Oh, come on. Should I be embarrassed that every time I see USMNT, I think for a second they're talking about the Turtles? It took me a second to realize that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's really funny. But Iltired saying, okay, yeah, the Danish quality there was awful. It's very un-Danish. It's usually decent quality there. I feel like sometimes we'll get kind of fuzzy Norwegian quality. I think this is the Philippines. English, concrete road. It looks like Asia. I could be wrong here. Christopher likes saying they play Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports. Who does? The U.S. Yep, there we go. Republic of the Philippines. Got it. John Wilkes saying, never I can relate to TMNT. I feel like the Ninja Turtles are just not front of mind. Ninja Turtles have not done anything relevant recently. Toro saying Philly. Okay. Christopher likes saying, okay, our guys are playing against Italy. I can't wait to get smoked at 3:30 p.m. on Thursday. I definitely will not be watching that. Rory Shea saying Drew is so Donatello. Cat saying, yay, we're at 90. We are at 90. That's crazy. 36 to 90 is kind of insane. Rakovo is where we are right now. I don't know where Rakovo is, but I'm getting Bulgarian vibes. I'm also getting kind of hungry. Oh, it's 10 p.m. Look at that. That works. I can eat. I can finish the last little bit of this. Rory Shea saying, bro, shut up. The Mutant Turtle movie in 2023 was incredible. Alright. Well, let's see if there's something we can get here before we end things. It's a lot of Cyrillic. Alright. Okay, Bulgarian flag. Any objections? It's a Bulgarian flag. Going once. Yep, exactly, Toro. There's a flag. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. 91. That was pretty solid. I don't think we've done 55 before. So we've done 50 before, kind of like YOLO, haha. 55 sans YOLO, kind of crazy. So, love that for us. As always, thank you all for joining in. Could not have done this without y'all. I will see you again, yes, next Sunday at 8 p.m. as always. But until then, have a wonderful week and a great night.